Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing very good. It's starting to get a little cooler here. How about you?
Yeah, I'm cold.
Yeah.
Very cold. That's why I broke out the sweaters.
Let's see. We're getting down to 59 degrees. It's pretty cold here.
Yeah, let me use when it gets down to 30 degrees or even below zero, then you can tell me how cold it is.
Well, if it got down to 34 degrees, people would freak out here. They wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, they'd probably
It'd
be
be
going
extreme.
out buying winter coats and mittens and gloves and the
You
whole
wouldn't be
nine
able to
yards.
find them in a lot of the stores, though. And the other thing is, all the citrus trees would start dying. Orange,
Oh, yes, all your fruit trees would die.
they would have a really hard time. But as a kid, I remember it hailing once, and we thought that was really cool. That's about as close
Oh,
to snow
yeah,
we
we don't think any of that stuff is cool. Especially when the hail is, the size of golf balls. It can
yeah.
damage your car
Right.
and can damage a lot of things. Why don't we say hello to our guest? We have Eagle
Hello,
Sue,
everybody.
and I just found Bigfoot because he's in our chat. Cosmic Creations, Richard Metcalf, and Doug and Seymour and Diane's cabin, and
Welcome, everybody.
and Shimpy, and Michael and Chet and Rocky and Knox. Good to see you guys in Flag City Park.
Everybody. So I have a big question for everybody that's in the chat right now, and I'm just curious, Nick, if any of the people in the chat bought on Black Friday. And let's just
Buddy.
say not from our live that we did on at the very beginning of, well, I guess it was Thanksgiving to Black Friday. But I'm curious if anybody bought on Black Friday. I don't know. Are you curious at all, Nick?
I'm very curious, but I can tell you I did not purchase.
I didn't either.
I didn't see anything that was anything to write home about, no deals.
I agree. So we're starting to see a few yeses in here. I think I got spoiled last year for Black Friday. I was able to buy platinum and gold at spot, and I can't remember the platinum, but I want to say it was around 900, 950, something like that. And the gold was down in the low 1700s. So this year, when I saw that everything was over spot with some kind of a premium, and everything was so high, I just had a really hard time pulling the trigger on it. But did you look at the gold price today?
No, but I know it's been going up. I haven't
Right,
looked
I'm
at
going
it
to show you.
today, and I know silver and gold has been going up quite a bit.
Okay, so check this out.
I can't see that.
You can't see that?
Well, no, I mean, I need my glasses, but I think
Okay, so it says
2047.
2046.
46. Okay.
So it has been jumping big time, even since Black Friday. And if you go over to if you go over to AppMex, you feel like you're almost going to hit the all-time high because their spot price is quite a bit higher. But I think there's a good chance we could see all-time records get beat this week.
I hope so. But then again, I hope not because I like to see it down. So I'll buy more when it's down. So, hi, Joseph and Jean. I see Jean's going to be going ice fishing shortly. Oh,
Ooh,
gosh.
that's
Deputy Gypsy Wolves. And then I wrote in an auction that I was the head deputy because he thinks now that he's deputized or with a fake. Oh, yeah, because you and I got the badges. He didn't.
Yeah.
Hi, Doug in 79. It's good to see you. So he's just a pretend one. We'll just let him pretend.
I love that he changed the name for us.
Yes, well, he did that in the Toys for Tots auction on Sunday. And then, of course, I saw that first, and then I had to go in and I was head deputy. I had to,
There you go.
but I changed my name back. So, and I saw that Diane did not buy anything, and Shimpy did not buy any coins, but she bought stuff. As
Yeah,
well.
I ended up buying I bought some stuff for my channel. So I bought some new lighting to kind of do some cool color background lighting.
Mhm.
and I picked up an iPad. One of the problems I have when I go filming at the beach, or you guys see me walking around with my camera, is all of my information is on my phone, and so I have to stop it, take it off my mount, read a little bit of it. Anyway, I picked up a small iPad Mini on sale.
Oh, nice.
That way, I can have my script, my information, my points that I want to make, or an article I'm talking about, without having to go through the camera thing. It's going to save me like an hour, which will be great when I'm out there.
Well, we just had freaking awesome show in the chat because he's freaking awesome. Hi, Barbara. And I saw a couple more. Shadrach is in the chat as well. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Yep, it's a real badge. Diane, please don't encourage him.
It's a real badge.
Yeah, no, please don't encourage him, because then he's going to go out, and while he's in his car, he's going to start stopping people.
Oh no, be careful with that. I know someone around here that has one of the red lights they put on their car.
Oh my gosh.
They got in trouble using it, and luckily the police officer was nice, but you got to be careful. She wasn't dressed up like a cop, so it was pretty obvious.
Okay, well, I guess it's a real badge, but it may be real, but he's not a real cop, so it could be, a poser.
Oh, no.
Hi, Andy Resnick.
That's funny.
Yeah, so let's not give him any encouragement, because
hey, freaking awesome! Thank you for throwing a couple of the links in there. That's good. Yeah, so I grabbed a few things, Nick. Not a whole lot. And for me right now, I'm kind of in the mode of trying to save, and not spend too much. A few years ago, our family went away from things. Our kids are older, and most things are about experiences now. So that's kind of been our thing when we get to the holidays, is experiencing things more than spending a bunch of money on stuff. But I am curious though, for those of you that did do Black Friday, what did you guys get? Just throw in the chat there what kind of coins you picked up. I'm curious to see if anybody got gold or just silver, and if anybody got it platinum. But I honestly, Nick, I think we had the best Black Friday deals.
I think so too. That's what I've heard. So, and I just saw OC Stacker joined us just a second ago, and not Stacks. I actually left the flip coin upstairs tonight. And if my husband and my daughter weren't involved in watching the Celtics game right now, I would send one of them to retrieve it for me. But I better not bother them right now, because they're actually being kind of quiet. So if not, we'll hear them screaming. Hi, Jamie Fox.
Jamie, welcome. So it looks like we got a few people that picked up some. Chet Stacker picked up $27 cold American Silver Eagles and SD Bullion 5-ounce spot deal. So hey, if you can get a spot deal, those are great. Even if the prices are a little bit high, because look, they've already gone up a bit now. So Nick, I do think prices are going up still this week. I just don't know.
So glad I locked in my 2024 American Silver Eagle.
There you go. So I just don't know if we're going to see a massive breakout. If you go back about 3 years, we've had a triple top. And when that happens, it can break out. You can also have a quadruple top. So we'll see what happens. But the real question is going to be, can it go above that? I forget the exact amount, but I think it was around 2,070 or really close to that. Can it maintain that over the weekend? And can it maintain it over a day instead of just intraday trading? So we're going to see what happens this week, guys, on what happens there. But we also had Seymour picked up freeze-dried food. So we did have some food storage people. I did buy a little bit of food storage myself. I felt like I needed a little bit more of that. So I did pick up
Ellie and Shiny Min and Joseph. We had a couple more come in. Kevin, and Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar, welcome. And we've got Ellie in the house as well.
Security camera.
Security camera, those are pretty good things to have too. Did anybody pick up a new safe? Curious about that.
I did not. Hi, Perry Custom Cards. I'm good right now because I'm sure my husband will come around to say, oh, we need another one because he likes to buy those gun safes. So.
Well, the good thing about the gun safes is they are actually insured
Mm-hmm.
by the manufacturer. So if someone comes in and breaks through it and damages it, but well, even if they take your stuff, okay, hopefully they don't take your stuff, but if they damage it, they'll replace those.
But they're a doozy to get in the house.
They are a doozy, but if you get the more heavy duty, like I'm forgetting the name of it for a second here.
Hi, Steve.
The designation of it. Anyway, if you get the crazier security safes, those guys do not get replaced if someone breaks into those.
Two more boxes of shells. Somebody picked up. Stash your coins in the gun safe. That's what I do.
There you go.
But not all the guns are in the gun safe either. So that's another form of protection.
Yeah, I bet Nick's got booby traps set up all over her house with guns and stuff.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't come to my home unannounced. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, you want to know, you want to send word that you're coming out.
Nick's got like tripwires with like bamboo sticks that come out of nowhere.
What is that game where the kids do doorbell ditch or whatever, ding dong? Okay, so they don't play that game in our neighborhood because somebody's going to get hurt if they do. So, hi, Silver Hair Seeker. So we have our special guest here with us now. So let's introduce him and bring him on up.
That sounds awesome. Let's do it.
Yes, it's Coin Op Robert, and I'm excited to talk with him. Hi, Hugh. He's very interesting, and he's a pillar of this community, and he's got a lot of things going on. So let's bring him on up. Hi, Dislogic. Good evening.
Hello, everybody, and hello, YouTube coin community.
How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a little bit of workout I had to do earlier with my PT, but other than that, getting into coins
That's
again.
Right. You're recovering from surgery.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I took, and it's a long story. I really don't want to go into my medical, but I
Sure.
took, I lost my left foot below my knee. Circulation is an issue. I'm not worried about it. We're getting back at it. Everyone that's been on my channel knows I got a positive attitude, and I intend taking as a proverbial hit the road running. So, how's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing well. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I've been watching some of your podcasts, and it looked really interesting. And I've listened to a few of them. So, what the heck?
Well, thank you. I'm glad you joined us. So I got to tell you, I started Googling your name.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started seeing all of these articles. I knew what you have done a little bit, from what I saw on your coin show, and that you have several videos out, educational videos. But I just wanted to start Googling it, and I saw all these articles about you. So I was like, okay, I just don't have time to read all these. So I'm just going to let him explain a lot of these. But one that I thought was interesting that I just saw a few minutes ago was that you found the 1944 double die obverse. But not only did you find one of them, you found two of them.
Yes, I did.
And
I'm going to say, I don't like to take and mention a discovery until I get what I call confirmation, which is the second one. That really prevents a lot of counterfeits or one-offs, people playing with it. Because there's so many people that do so many things to try and to fool the coin community. So I take and I usually wait till I get a second one. And yes, that 44, I have a feeling in the 7th edition of the Cherry Pickers Guide that will make it.
This one is going to be in there. Okay, so this one, so that was just random, awesome. Me finding this one today.
The 44, I'm thinking is going to be in the 7th edition because right now they're finishing up the 6th edition, which I've been invited to help with the 6th edition, Volume 3, which will be the last one. And by the way, for all your fans out there, I've got a cherry picker's guide, okay? Now, I've taken, and I don't know how many of your fans know it, but I'm going to pat myself on the back. I signed this right here to a Coin Talk Surfer and Nick fan. Happy hunting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's amazing.
Well, that's what they call the feature coin for this edition. And it's my 1966 5 on the cheek Roosevelt dime. So what I'm going to do is later today, you guys get to pick. I'm not going to pick it. You guys get to pick who's going to win this. And all I'll need is shipping information, and I will gladly give this to one of the fans out there. So if you're a fan, share this with everybody. Get a bunch of people in here so we can take and.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's amazing. I appreciate that. So obviously you're going to have more than one coin in the cherry pickers.
Well, not necessarily. Even though I do have 2 in this edition, I've got that dime and I've got a quarter that's in there. But it don't always work that way.
Okay.
It depends on the discovery, how just the all of it, like the 66 with the 5 on the cheek. Me and Bill Phoebus talked about it, and anybody who's into varieties knows that Bill Phoebus, he's one of the people who took and started the Cherry Pickers Guide, but he took me and him talked about the Roosevelt Dynasty. It reminded him of the 1952 proof Superbird, which looks like a proof quarter that's got what looks like an S on the reverse, and that's really what helped to get it in the Cherry Pickers Guide, because he took and he liked it and they moved it forward. So I was real excited. To me, that was a lifetime goal. When I started cherry picking, when I started Variety, I was probably 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
But I never got the Cherry Pickers Guide until about 1990 something. Okay, the 2nd edition had come out, and I took in whenever I seen it. I just wanted to find, get a niche and just find varieties. Well, like I say, fast forward today, I took in when they said that I had a coin in the Cherry Pickers. That was my dream. And then when I found out that I had the feature coin for this edition, that's
amazing.
That's right.
That is great. So how does the process? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Nick.
I was going to ask him about how old were you when you found your first variety or error?
Well, okay. For me now, and Nick, I just want to specify for me, because for different people it's different. For me, a variety is like a double die, an RPM, an OMM. Those are varieties to me, something that'll repeat on each coin. An error is like an off center, a die cud. They'll repeat, but they're going to change, even if it's ever so slightly on each coin. So that's why I just like to let people know the differentiate the two, because a great friend of mine, Ken Potter, we don't see eye to eye. He thinks that, he's got his opinion, and it's okay. It's
right. And I do have his book as well. I think it's Strike It Rich.
Yep.
With Pocket Change. Yes.
Yeah. Very good book. Like I said, I've known Ken for, probably over 30 years myself. So I've known a lot of these varieties and their people.
And he's the one who wrote a couple of these articles about you.
Oh, I didn't even know that now.
Yes. Yeah. I'll have to send you the articles I read that he wrote about. Yes.
Yeah, great. Because I honestly, I've not had time to, I've never Googled myself.
You should. You're very interesting.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Very interesting.
Had no clue. So, I just do me, and it's a hobby. I try to have fun, and that's what I promote on my channel, is to have fun. I tell a lot of people, as you know, we do sales.
Yes.
And, I tell people, hey, just have a good time. Don't hurt yourself. Don't get over your head on any coin. So.
And don't think that every coin you find is going to make you rich.
Oh,
Yeah.
If that's the case.
Because I started looking in 2020 and I had so much change that we had saved over the course of since we were married for 20 years. And I looked and looked. I didn't find a thing except on the quarter, the Alaskan quarter, with the
Oh,
extra claw. But then, do you know how many of those I found? I
Oh.
found at least 10.
you and everybody else has to look for them.
Exactly. So you have got to really search and be diligent about it. So I can't even imagine if I really found something, what I would do.
Well, you made a good point there. You know, all those coins. A lot of people don't realize this. My wife, she did a short video of me at one of the coin shops I go to, and I searched their silver for them. We got an agreement. If I find anything, I then use it and I sell it in my auction for them.
Mhm.
Well, some of the people that are, you know, our fans, they took and they seen that video. And I mean, I just picked the coin up and, you know, a second, 2 seconds later, I'm looking at the next one and it just keeps, but I go through a lot of coins. My eyes been trained for that. And I tell a lot of people I could probably go through an entire bag of $half 4 or 5 hours.
Wow. I have to put it under my scope and I really have to look. And then a lot of times I look like I'm seeing something that I'm really not seeing.
I tell people after 3 seconds, stop. I don't care if you, because your mind will find something for you. And I'm even guilty of it. I've done it myself. Where if I go over 3 seconds, I'll put it down and I'll come back to it because it's like, you know, your mind will make something up for you.
So. Right. You would be surprised how many double dies my mind saw.
No, I'm not, because I used to be there. I used to actually be there. So I understand that.
And then so it's like, oh, I gave up after a little bit because, well, it took me a whole year to go through all that change. And thank God we were in for, you know, COVID during 2020. I had time, but then I put it away. And now I go through I have all this change I'm still going through and I take my time. I'm not in such a hurry to go through it. And to be honest with you, it was quite an education for me though, because I looked up every single coin. I looked up every single date, you know, Philadelphia, whatever mint, I looked at them all. And it was quite an education because I also read about the coins as well. So I wouldn't have traded that for the world because it was quite an education. So I'm glad I did it.
When I first started, now this is not the book, of course, but I had bought a Cherry Picker's Guide, okay? And when I used to go, there was a monthly coin show here in Cincinnati I would attend. And what I would do is I just go through, I don't care what, wherever I open the book, I would go and I would look up 8 or 10 of those, maybe 20, and I would memorize those so that when I went to the show, that's all I would look for. And I did that for probably a few years. But then once I learned how to spot a variety, then I took in, I don't care, I'd look at anything. I mean, and I tell a lot of people, you have to learn how to discern what a variety is if you want to take and have a discovery piece in books, because you have to look for stuff that nobody's found so far.
And I think that's a hard thing because I think a lot of people are trying to look for that error that they found or they've heard about, right? And so they're fixated on that 1 or 2 things. Like you said, you started off with 10 of them at a show. And now you're to the point where you can start to detect when there's an anomaly and then what it might be. And that's how you're starting to discover these.
Right. And, you know, something that Nick said earlier, I want to let people know. I've got a few varieties that are in the Cherry Picker's Guide. I'll probably end up with 3 or 4 of them, but none of them going to make me rich. And I mean, and I got a featured coin. I just don't feel the richness coming on yet.
Maybe one day you'll find that one that will make you rich.
Oh, I've got a coin that will make me good money. See, I bought a 1971 proof Eisenhower dollar that just so happens to be, there's only 9 known to exist. And
wow.
the last one that sold for $30,000 and some odd dollars.
Wow.
Yeah. So
What's your favorite coin? I always like to ask people that. What is your favorite coin?
my favorite coin. Oh, do I have it here? Let me think here a second. Hold on, because yes, I do. My favorite coin, I'm gonna show it to you.
Oh, good.
Because there's a story to it. Every coin has a story, or at least they should. Okay.
Those are the best kind.
I am going to see if I can't. Let's see here. Oh, I know there's a way for me to settings. Here we go.
Oh, I can.
No, I want to change my camera if I can.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
I'm working on it. 1 second, kids. Yes.
Hi, Victoria.
There we go. Okay.
there we go.
And
there it is.
Buzz.
That's my favorite right there. Now.
Oh, there you go.
Notice it says a discovery piece, okay?
Okay.
Now, the story is I took and I called JT Stanton on the phone. I said, JT, I've got a 1945 Mercury dime that's a double die obverse and a double die reverse. One that's never been shown before. You need to put it in the cherry picker's guide. Now, he's got the number one 1945 that I could probably show you in the cherry picker's guide that he had discovered. And he told me, he says, nope, that's a machine double die. It's not real. And I said, yeah, it is. And I tried getting this, and I forgot to talk to Larry Briggs about this. This one really should be in the cherry picker's guide because it is a double die obverse, stronger than JT Stanton. But he thought, because I was new, nobody knew my name at the time, he thought it was just strictly a machine double die. But as you can see here, ANAX has got it correct. It's the DDO number one, DDR number one. John Wexler took and he put it in his book, and it shows as being the discovery coin.
Oh, wow.
So here again, this is just one of those ones that I took and and I just happened to take and I happened to get it, picked it up. So there we go.
So, and you have sent, I read in this article as well, you had sent several coins into John Wexler that he put on his.
Yeah, I've got over a dozen discovery coins that I've sent to John Wexler. John is a very good guy. I've met him several times. Great guy. But yeah, I've got, I think, close to 20 discovery coins that I've sent to Wexler. Now, a lot of them are minor, okay? The ones that are really good is like that 44 that you're talking about. I mean, first off, it took 70 years before it got discovered.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's got to be pretty scarce. And me and the people that know a lot about varieties, we've discussed it, and we are comparing it to, if anybody out there is familiar with it, the 1934 double die, which is very far south, similar anomalies, and we really think that the value of it should be close to that, which the one I kept for myself, I don't have it right here, but I do have it. It's an MS63 red, and we've guesstimated the value of that between $4,000 and $6,000. Wow!
So, did you send any of these off to be graded by a grading company?
Oh, yeah.
Are they raw?
No, I took in. First off, I sent the two to John Wexler to get it attributed. I trust John very well. There's some background history. Me and him's got a good background. I'll put it that way. We just got a good history together. So I sent it to him. He took and whenever he attributes a new variety, he writes your letter up, and then I send it straight to ANAX. That's why you seen this here dime was in a ANAX holder.
Right.
If you have the letter from Wexler, they will put down that it's a discovery piece, so you have it noted on that. Which is, it makes it very easy. I had a really, really hard time trying to go through Konica. I'm not going to go into it, but they do paperwork as well, and you can get it attributed, but it's like, it was much easier with John. So,
and I'm sure he's cheaper.
Oh, John, like I say, he's a great guy. But yeah, he's taken him. Wow. In fact, one of my mods, Chris Hurley, him and his son has discovered a lot, and they use John Wexler too. So
Wow. Yeah, I sent something in during that time, and of course, somebody had told me I got some bad advice, but I did nevertheless. And it was from a YouTube channel. They said, send it in. But I got a very nice letter from him. And he explained to me why it was not what I had thought it was. I wish I had the letter right here. But of course, I saved it and I saved the coin because he said, you almost got it, but you're off by a year.
and that's what I like about John. And I try to tell people this when they send me a photograph and it's not a variety. Maybe it's machine doubling as opposed to a true double die, which I do have some examples here I could show. However, I tell a lot of people, you can be the next person, because the only one that's going to find a discovery and or a double die is the people that are looking. I looked for years before I found my first one. I mean, it just takes persistence. And I don't know how many of them in that first year that I looked at that probably was a double die, and I just missed it because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right. So can you explain the difference between the machine doubling and the double die?
How about if I show you?
That would be great.
Yes, that would be awesome.
I'd
love to see.
Yeah, let me work this camera out. Let's see that right there.
At times, that's hard to see.
Oops. Yeah. Well, this here, that's an RPM right there. That's a 1936 SFRS, but that's not what we're going to do. Let me get us I'm going to show you a few different quarters here, okay? These are all SMS quarters. Now, let's see here. Let me get up here a little bit. Okay. This is just a regular quarter, everybody. There's no doubling, no nothing. I just wanted you to see a normal one first, okay? Now, the next one's going to be what's called machine doubling. Now, I will get this pretty close for you guys to see it. See, a lot of people would consider this a double die. It's not. This is just machine doubling. And notice what I tell people. Notice how, well, I ain't going to try and point to it because my pointer wouldn't be big enough. But notice how everything comes together. There's no what I call notching. Do you know what a notching is?
No.
If not, I'm about to teach you.
No.
Okay, but this here, as you can see, everything's just coming back. That's your E. There's the I. There's no notching there. The L. I mean, I can come down here. See here, there's no notching on any of these letters. And it's even really strong here, but there's no notching. See how strong it is? And it looks like, I mean, this is one that used to fool me when I was young.
I was going to say, I would think it was.
Now, I'm about to show you one. Well, I'll explain it as I go. This is the same year and everything, by the way, guys. I've showed you all the same years to try and help. Here we go. Now, look at that T where there's notching down at the bottom, right down here. I'm going to try and
yep.
See that notch?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what you're looking for. On the Y, there's notching on that Y.
Okay.
It's a little harder to see on that one. I'll get you some more. The R, there's actually notching down below. And you can see, but this is a true double die. See on the E, the notches on each.
I do see that.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Now the B is harder, so I tell people, go to the ones that are easy. Here's your I. The L, you can see it if you know what you're looking for. It's just on the top part of the L. It's just a small notching, but it's there. This is a harder, here again, this is a double die. It's a true one. And I can show you the label and everything. It's just a little harder to see it. That's why when I look at this variety, I always go straight to the top. It's like I'm looking at the E. That's the first thing I look at. It's what they call a pickup point. Okay.
Okay.
The E and the R. Now, let me take and let's get off of that. You can take and pull me off of there. Okay. Now, on this particular coin, like I say, it tells you right there. This is as I was telling you. Now, what's special about this one is if you did not notice, there was no machine doubling on the double on this. That makes this extremely scarce. A lot of people don't know it, but to find one of these double dies without the machine doubling, it's probably 10 times scarcer than just the average, because this comes double die with the machine doubling as well.
I had a question up here for you. Let me see if I can go back and find it. Of course, it's gone too fast. Oh, Gypsy Wolves asked, as John, he's retired, but is his son accepting coins?
There right now, I'll be honest, I have not sent nothing in for a while due to me having some health issues. Like I said, we're recovering, and I ain't gonna go into that, but I know John's had some health issues, and I have not been able to talk. Well, I think his illness has prevented him from talking. They did get something set up, because I'm seeing the stuff go in and come back, but I don't know who it was, because at one time I was asked if I would do the dimes for him, and I said I just did not have time. I mean, that's how much John trusts me. So, but I just did not have the time to do it. So I know he was gathering people to take and to keep it going. So I wish I could tell you, but I don't know nothing about John. But I do know he's still doing the varieties, so you can send it in.
And he still has a great website that you can go reference as well, that I always go back to his website a lot. A lot of great information on that website. Then, so Freaking Awesome said, so machine doubling is worth a little bit more, but the other kind of doubling is worth premium.
Well, some people collect machine doubling. Now, I tell people, at the beginning, it's like, it's just a bunch of junk. I ain't worried about it. Well, I've got to take, and I've rescinded that opinion now because of two things. One, it teaches people the difference, and it's helpful. Like I've got a 1969 S Lincoln Penny that's got machine doubling on it that I would show people. And I used to sell it on eBay, and I like $5. Well, all of a sudden I noticed they started going $50, $60 people were buying for. I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck? And I went and researched their page, and they're taking the stupid things, reselling them as the real deal, and trying to get $10,000 and $12,000. So I stopped selling them.
I see. So they were trying to trick people.
Well, here again, what did you think when you seen that nice strong quarter that was machine doubling I just showed you?
That's true. I would have questioned it myself. Yes. Yep.
If it would have been the real McCoy, I mean, we're talking, it's, a couple $1,000 for the right grade.
Wow.
Yeah. So machine doubling, though, to me, I don't understand machine doubling all the way. I know what Arnie Margolis, which used to be a variety and error guy, he said that he interviewed one of the machinists that ran a coining machine at the mint and asked him, what's this about the machine doubling? And the guy that was running the machine said, when I see that happening, he said, I grab all my tools and I go through the entire machine and I just start tightening every tool or every bolt that's in there because something got loose, and that's what created that.
Are we more out to find errors from yesterday coins versus modern coins?
I'm sorry, say that again.
With more modern coins, are we going to still find as many errors and varieties as we had, in
the newer coins as the older coins?
Well, we thought there for a minute that because of the one squeeze process that it was going to go away. That was the purpose for them doing the one squeeze. Now, here again, I haven't done enough research. I got an idea, but I've not researched it enough. They've got a new classification for, I got a 2015, get around here. I probably threw it in a box, but I have a 2015 that's a double die. Real nice double die. Okay. We thought they were gone, but apparently they're not. They're going to be around. And I'll be honest, the one thing that bothers me is some of the stuff that the quality of the mint seems to have went down a little bit.
Wait a
Ask
minute.
anybody, ask anybody out there. They're probably complaining about it. I've seen this, I've seen that. So I don't know.
I've even seen it within the past couple of years. The mint quality has gone down quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, even within
a lot of errors. Well, I wouldn't call them errors. We've had a lot of quality control problems with even the Morgans this year.
Right. Well, see, now I've heard that. I mean, I never bought none this year. A lot of the stuff I don't buy from the mint. It's just too It's just too daggone
expensive.
Well, not only the expense, but as you just said, the quality. You don't know what you're going to get. I mean, I just heard we had a discussion about this at the last coin show. I got extremely mad because I bought the 2009 Double Eagle Ultra High Relief, supposed to be a minis cap of 50,000. So I was like, baby, I'm in there. I bought. Well, then they released the stupid limit, and they ended up, like, you guys are gonna be kidding me. I bought it on the jest that there's only gonna be 50,000 of them.
Right.
That's when I stopped buying from the mint.
Yeah, and the packaging is not even as good as it has been. And yes, I sent my Morgans back because they had it looked like a black spot on them. So, and I'm like, I'm not spending this money for this when I expect it. We are the United States Mint. I would think that they could do better.
I tell a lot of people, when you buy from the United States Mint, you're buying one of the most expensive third world country mints that there is out there.
That's the truth. That is the truth. Here's Silver Wolverine. Love the 2009 Gold Double Eagle. Yeah, they always seems like they have issues here lately, especially Silver Wolverine, the 2021 Morgans, which I don't understand, because how do you go from 2021 and then you do 2023, but then you skip 2022? So
they said there was a silver shortage for the planchets. That's what my understanding was. And I mean, quite honestly, heck, I would think that, Stack, you should know about that as far as them having a little bit of a problem with that. I'm not absolutely certain what it was. That's what went through the grapevine. I'll just put it that way.
Right. So in my opinion, they should have just stopped with the 2021s if that was the case. Don't go from, 21 to 23 and then just miss 22.
I'm sorry. I was about to say there's probably a 2022 out there.
You think?
Wait.
Well, I know Fuji did one.
For it. I'd say there's a die. Just like a lot of people don't know, the original Morgan design, okay, there was I don't know if they had it dated or not, but there's an original Morgan that was found in the safe that was designed to be for a 2021. They found this in the safe at the mint. And see, I thought the reason I even bought that new one, I thought they were going to use that die, but apparently it was rusted. They couldn't do it. Here again, I say I bet you somebody took and fired a few of them off, and dignitaries, and we'll find out in about 10, 20 years, they whipped up probably 20 of them or something like that.
And I bet Silver Wolverine has one of them on the DL. He might. He probably has one on the DL.
They're fake though, so he's going to keep them all for himself.
Yeah. Well,
I've got a 1964 peace dollar that is not supposed to exist. So David Carr made a very beautiful copy of them. Okay. And I mean, it is absolutely, it's better than what the mint just did. I'll put it that way. And it's more convincing. I promise you, there is a 64 peace dollar out there that really did come from the mint. The only reason I say that is, even though he's passed away in his book, and the information again from the insiders that I know, Walter Breen seen one, and he had noted that there was an RPM on the Denver Mint. With that in mind, and with that that information, I know, one thing Walter Breen was not, and that is a liar when it came to coins. He was very, very educational, and if he said there was an RPM there, there's a 1964D original came from the mint. Who has it? I don't know, because whoever has it right now, they showed up, it's going to take in Secret Service will take it.
And I know I've heard stories of mint employees taking things out of the mint that they should not have either, and then later down the road selling them or finding them in an estate. So that would be pretty neat to find.
Well, now, let me put it to you this way: if you do any research, there is, if you remember, there is the Washington quarter and the dollar mule era that came out back a few years ago. Well, there's only about 16 known to exist. If you pay attention, there's two people that took and pretty much handled all of them. Now, there is a couple of outliers that they didn't handle, but for the most part, there's two people that handled them.
And what was, and of course I read the story, but I forgot the names.
Of the owner or of the people who were handling them?
The handlers.
The handlers was Arnie Margolis and Fred Weinberg. Now, I'm not saying there's anything foul there. I'm just saying they know people, and sometimes that's all it takes is knowing the right person.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah. Yes, next stacks RPM equals repunched mint mark.
Yes. Well, why don't we open it up to the chat to see if they have any questions for you? I mean, he's a book of knowledge right here. It's,
Okay. I will answer. Oh, hey, we got to do that giveaway now. Somebody.
Oh, yes. And also, I want to ask you too, let's mention your auctions.
Okay.
Yeah, one of our mods, if you could put his channel in there, would be great. And the other thing I just wanted to throw out, Nick's getting really close to hitting 1,000 subs here too. Oh, so if you guys haven't subbed to Nick's channel that you're watching right now, please do hit the sub tonight.
Hi, Greg S.
Please do please do subscribe to this channel, guys. Nick, I've been watching her podcast. Absolutely, it made me. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Nick. I've been thinking about doing a podcast myself, and that's why I was watching your channel to see your platform. And it's like, you know what? I want to pay attention to what she's doing because, we were thinking about doing it, and I think it's great. I really do.
Thank you.
I do definitely want to make certain that, get you moving, get you up above 1,000.
It's fun just to talk about coins, right? And I think that there's a lot more like-minded people out there than we really think that there are.
Well, there was 10 million people, they said, that started collecting the Washington Quarter State Series.
State Series.
Right. So with that in mind, if you just take 1% of that and add that to the hobby, to the collecting hobby, that's why right now, guys, I can show you, and yes, we do auctions right now we're down to doing an auction every Monday and Friday at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CoinOp, okay? A lot of people that are out there, I happen to notice one of my good friends, let's see, who is that? Tony 2-Ton. He's like, no, keep his auctions a secret. Well, it's because a lot of people find out. I try to help people. This is a hobby, and I know that. And I tell a lot of people, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
I agree.
And that's what I was watching with your podcast, Nick, is just, having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's genuinely true. Well, a lot of people will find out, like me and Lady Diane, she's there, Joe Durban. They find out if we can help it, we'll keep people from spending too much money on a coin. I've seen some shows that really, I'm embarrassed when I see them. They're taking a $25 coin and they're selling it for $600-700, and it's not what they say. And it's being pointed out to them, and they're ignoring it. It's like,
and that's why I feel like I'm blessed because I got my education from Diane Durbin, Joe Durbin, yourself, and your auctions, and their auctions as well. Because you guys, even if the bidding goes too high, you'll dial it back a little bit,
right.
You will let us know on the coins what we're seeing, and you'll say a grading. So it's very educational. Also, just watching the auction on a particular coin. So that's what I came up with when I first started auctions. So and I'm still with Diane Durbin's auctions and Joe Durbin's and CoinOps auctions. I'm not always able to attend all three
Well,
days
get
that I'd
busy.
like to. You know, it's life gets busy, but I still I still look at the sheets, the auction sheets, and that's very
Right.
helpful as well. And I know I've several walking liberties that had errors on them from your auction. So
Well, now that's a good point. I want to bring a few things up from what you just said, Nick. One, I tell a lot of people, okay, first off, you're not going to start off with this here quarter as your first double die. Okay.
This one.
You're not going to start off with that one as your first double die because that's an expensive coin. But I tell people what you want to do. Let's see here. Okay, here's one. Now this one would cost a little bit of money, not a whole lot, but it's a 39D RPM number one. Now I could show it. It's a penny. What it does is it shows you one thing I do. I guarantee all of my varieties 125%. If you get a coin from me that's not the variety I say, I'll give you 125% of whatever you paid for it. That's how sure I am. But I tell people, start with something you can afford. I usually start my auctions with an RPM. I show it under my scope. Like, here's what you're buying. Take and buy that $10 item or 15, whatever it is. If you can get a $5-10 item, you're in there to look at that, study it, maybe get a couple, 2 or 3 of them. You can take that. Once you study it long enough, you'll start seeing it. I took it, and there was a guy that came to me at a coin show. He used to bring me all kinds of junk all the time. I said, listen, I said, buy. And I showed him at the time, I basically made him buy for me at a show about $100 worth of double dice RPMs. The next time he came to that show, he took and sold me genuine double dice. And I think I gave him over $100 for that. It's like, there you go. Now he brings me stuff and he's just making money now because he knows what to look for. So buy the cheap stuff. That way it'll help you to teach you on that. Now let's see. What else was we talking about? Oh, well, like I say, I got the RPMs and everything that we could take and we would absolutely, I teach people, I'm doing it the right way. I don't want you to, one, overpay if I can help it. And 2, I want you to know that this is a genuine variety. This is not your, oh, looky here, I found a scratch, and that's, I found this die crack, and I looked at the die crack in a picture, it's like, that's a scratch. Somebody took a knife and cut it. I just do it the right way. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I wouldn't be allowed to help edit this book if I didn't know what I was doing.
And that's a great accomplishment. I think that's amazing. I really do. And so, Surfer, how do you want to give that book away? I kind of want it myself.
Well,
so I might send you a few to have signed by you.
Okay, I will take, and if you'd like, I've got a few I can do that for, because I took in, I sold these. I mean, I got 12 cases of these. We've sold them all. I'm down to just my giveaway and free stuff that I take, and I actually, to my fans, customers, I mean, we've given away over a case, but I've got 1 or 2 more cases left that we're willing to take and do something. If you need it, I can get you one. So keep this on up and up. Nick, you nobody on the screen right now is permitted to win this.
Okay. So I will email you, and I'll see about getting a copy too, because I want one signed by you as well. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. And if Steph, if you want one,
I would love one too. That would be great.
I'd be happy to send both of you guys one. I'll send it to one of you, and then the other can have to forward it, or give me both your addresses. I don't know.
And we can figure that out. But I'm excited. I think this is amazing, and I think the chat is excited. So how would you like to do this, Surfer? I'm not good on the fly when it comes to a question, because I'm going to give it one.
Here's
so
what
look at that, guys. This is it. This is it right here.
One of a kind. You ain't gonna get that. Never again. I took and I signed it strictly to a fan of Coin Talks, Surfer and Nick fan. So one of you guys are going to get it. Now, Nick or Surfer, either one of you guys, you decide how to give it away, and we will do it. Do you guys have some kind of a game you do? Or?
Yes, let's do a game. You got it, Surfer?
Well, we got two options. We can do a number, which makes it easier, or we can come up with a trivia question.
You guys pick it. I'll leave it up to you.
You go for it.
Let's do a number because it'll be easier. We got a lot of people in here. So let me grab a piece of paper real quick.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. That sounds like a wonderful thing.
So something you mentioned just a few minutes ago was the state quarters. And I always go back to the state quarters when we're talking about the women's quarters. I always say, well, if they did something like the program of the state quarters, maybe they'd be popular again. But as far as the women's quarters, they're just not doing well.
Well, I think what the problem is, sadly, the economy is not doing the best for everybody.
Right.
Okay? So that's problem number one. Number two, you know, and I really don't want to get into it too much because to me it becomes part of the politics.
Right. But the state quarters are more relatable. We'll just say they were more relatable. And, you know.
Yeah, right. But you just lost when you did the women's series. You lost all the men, you know, because a lot of them ain't gonna worry about it. I mean, and I could be wrong. You'll be a lot that will. Pardon?
Some of us women as well. I'm not thrilled about the women's quarters, and I haven't been, and I've been very vocal about that.
And see, and I think there was politics involved in that series.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a lot of the people, you know, that's why I try to stay away from politics whenever I am doing my show or anything, because as soon as you say anything politics, you just lost 50% of your.
I just remember grandparents, my father-in-law, my mother, and they got these quarter book, you know, the state quarter book, and they were going to the bank trying to get these new quarters and put them in there for the grandkids. It was exciting. Yep. And now nobody can even, you know, think about twice about these women quarters.
Right, that's just
and it's too bad. It's too bad because it's really taken a lot of, you know, young coin collectors, because my daughter has the state quarters and she likes to look at those. And now, you know, it's like, what else can I look at? She doesn't care anything about the new stuff.
Well, see, and that's where maybe, you know, she would enjoy some of the older stuff. I noticed that people that got into the quarters, all of a sudden they come back and they seen a series they like, be it the Buffalo nickel, the Jefferson nickel, Mercury, I don't care what it was, you know, they seen something else they liked and then they started that series. And that's why right now we've had a small percentage that's jumped into the type coins, the old type coins. Good luck. I mean, I have a very hard time finding them for my customers, but we do sell type coins. I got a nice little stack right here that I just picked up. I mean, but that little stack is $1,000 or better worth of coins. And don't get me wrong, that's not bad. I mean, we're talking $100 coin, a $30 coin, $75, but that's just it. There's a couple hundred. Don't take much.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're hard to find. So, okay, let's get this here show on the road. Guys, here's what you're going to get. So
that's what you're going to get. All right, we got a little game here. So I've got some instructions that I'm going to hit the send button in just a second here, and that's when we're going to start. So just to clarify, we're going to do a number between 1 and 300. You've got to wait until the go comes out, and it's going to come from Nick, okay? Even though I've typed it, it's going to come from Nick. We're on her channel right now. So wait for it to go. And it's a number between 1 and 300. If you go over, you're disqualified. If you hit the number right on the dot and you're the first one, you win the book. And if we don't have someone right on the number, then it's going to be the next closest person that's below that number. All right, get ready. I've got it right here on this piece of paper.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, here we go.
Good luck.
So now get those answers in there. Nick, do we have any more of those quarters left over?
We do. We have 4.
Okay.
4 left.
So maybe we could do a couple of those tonight and then save a couple for Saturday.
Sounds good. Yes, I opened a package of the
Is there one guess per person? Because somebody asked.
Oh, one guess per person. Yes, sorry.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I'm glad you did. Thank you, because I didn't see it. So I'm glad you did.
We got to get up. The rules are complex, guys. I'm sorry.
A lot of times there is none.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm-
so we're going to give them just a little bit longer here. We got a lot of numbers coming in. That's great.
Yeah, by the way, Nick, since we are waiting on that, I will
Mhm.
show you real quick here the other. Okay, this one here, guys, is the other discovery I found. It's a quarter, and it's the B reverse, but the tips of the arrows don't go into the leaf like all the rest of them. That's the pickup point.
Oh, okay.
And this is considered I believe they got it a B1 reverse. But
And is that a 60 or 64?
63.
63. Okay.
Yep. There you go. There's your date right here.
So how do the values get
Oh, there you
determined
go.
based on the mint state?
Okay. As you noticed on that, there's an NA because there's not been a sale. We took and on the I never showed it, but I'll show it to you real quick. On the dimes, we do have sales of that. Okay.
Okay.
And that's how that got. That's how. Just 1 second, I'll show it to you. Then you can look at, put it close up if you would. But that's how they determine the prices. Is because here you go. Right there was actual sales of an MS63, a 66, and a 67.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the average sale. And I can tell you right now, all those prices you can probably just about throw them away. Because I'd be willing to bet, try and find them at that price. It'll be very difficult because once they've made it the feature coin, there's people that all they do is collect every coin that's in the cherry pickers guide. That's all they collect. So good luck finding one, you know. That's a little bit harder to get than a lot of people will realize. Right, there's one.
Oh, let's see.
There you go.
Okay, now problem is you ain't gonna see it on this here. Okay, it's so hard to see, and to get those photographs. But just so that you know, people, this one here, it doesn't say a 5 on the cheek, but I happen to find this at a dealer's. There's a 5 on that cheek. If I could get it close enough, I'd show you. But I promise you, there is a 5 on that cheek.
So, any of those for sale?
Oh, I got everything's for sale. I'm not
everything.
I'm gonna buy it right now.
I mean, yeah, but in fact, I haven't done it yet. I'm waiting right now. I don't know what's going to happen. NGC contacted me, and now they said something about a signature series. I'm not certain what the hell. If they want to take and encapsulate them, have me sign I don't know what they're talking about.
That would be awesome. That would be so.
That'd be so.
But I'm waiting. I gave the guy my phone number. It's like, I'll be available, and I gave him some times. So we're gonna wait and see. I don't know.
Surfer, did you see the
somebody
number?
win?
I have the number here to share it with you guys because I know some of you are getting really anxious.
Okay. 211.
All right, 211. I saw someone hit 210. I don't know if we have a 211, and it's got to be before the stop that I put in here, but I think everybody got their numbers in. So mods, if you could help us look on there, because we had a lot in there. I don't know if anybody hit 211.
Let's see here.
Okay.
But I did see a 210. And I just passed it again. I have
I can really see.
G-Dub 8251 at 210.
Okay, G-Dub. That's so far.
I think that might be our winner.
All
Yeah,
right.
G-Dub. G-Dub.
Yep, I think that's our winner is G-Dub.
G-Dub.
That's what I got.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now, G-Dub, let me see here. Well, hold on. Do me a favor. Well, let's see if I can. I don't know if it'll let me. Let's see here.
And we have all your information in our description as well.
Oh, okay. I was just putting down errors to you at AOL.com. So if you could somehow put that link for them to take, and That's how he can. I just need him to send me his address. I will pay for everything. I'll pay for shipping. Oh, okay. Yeah, he may have my email.
Okay.
G-Dub, I know G-Dub. He's been at our auctions before.
Yes.
So there you go, G-Dub. All you got to do is send it to me, and I'll get this out to you in the mail.
And I think I heard your lovely wife in the background.
Yep, that's my wife, Flordelina. She'll be the one that, as everybody knows, she is known around the world for her shipping skills. A lot of people say that she could take and ship an elephant in his own trunk.
She's
awesome.
Very sweet. Thank you, Diane. Diane put the email address in the chat as well. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lady Di. Yeah, I know Diane very well. Her and Joe Durbin, they're personal friends, and I love them to death. So,
and they go see you in Ohio for a coin show.
Yes, the Sharonville Convention. We have a show once a year. This year is supposed to be it's going to be, I think, the 4th weekend of June. I believe that whatever it is, they will have to double check it. Don't quote me yet, guys. Once I find out, I'll come back and let you know, Nick, and maybe you could let everybody know, because we go there, and I'll tell you what, for 3 days, we have such a wonderful, I mean, I'm busy from start to finish.
Yes, you guys do have a good time, and you guys do live streams from the coin show along with Diane and Joe, and it looks like a lot of fun. And I was in Ohio last year. It wasn't around that time. It was around October, but I would love to go to one of those coin shows over there in Ohio. There's a lot of great coin stores in Ohio that I visited.
Well, let me tell you right now, folks, Cincinnati, Ohio is one of the most conservative cities in the Midwest. You come to Cincinnati, if you want to buy your coins, come here. You're going to find the prices are going to be anything. Each coast, I don't care if you're from the East or West Coast, there ain't no way in hell you're going to buy the same coins on the East or West Coast for what you can pay for them here. And if you take and bring yourself, bring yourself a $1,000, $2,000 budget, and you'll pay for your trip just from what you'll save on coins.
I was in Columbus. And
there you go.
Yeah.
You're an hour away.
So, oh my gosh, so many coin stores I visited, and it was like a coin malls. I mean, and then of course my eyes got real big, and then I was just overwhelmed. You know, it was amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know a lot of the dealers up there in Columbus because I go to their coin shows up there. They come down here, so yeah, it's really great. We have a great coin community around here, and that's what we've built Coin Op around. Is I tell a lot of people, when you come into Coin Op, you're not just coming to where, I sell coins, I make a living at it. There's no doubt. You'll notice most of the people out there will say, shh, don't say nothing about it because we don't want everyone to come in because they're afraid the prices go up. Well, I try to keep them down, but I can tell you right now, I mean, we tell a lot of people, we want it to be a family because, like I said, we want you to have fun. And I stress it all the time. If you're not having fun, you're just not doing it right. And we just try to run it that way.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's very true. So I hope everybody in the chat visits your auctions because they're going to see that firsthand.
Right. Yes, we do that. I mean, and heck, I have no problem with it. So.
And you can go in and just ask questions too. You don't shy away from that either. You don't have to go in there and buy. You can just go in and ask questions and pick your brain as well.
And I tell a lot of people, if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask it. There's really no dumb question in my opinion. I mean, the only dumb question is the one that was never asked.
That was just gonna, yes, that's the truth. Yes. Right. So any questions before we let Robert go this evening?
There you go. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, ask them now. I'll be happy to answer.
Yes, I just appreciate you coming on. I think that was amazing that you're in that book. And then again, I just pulled up your name and all these things that just kept coming down, trickling down.
Check that after we're done here. I'm going to Google myself. I've never done it.
I found some articles in Coin World, and then some that Ken Porter had written, and so yes, there's a lot of articles on some of your discoveries.
Now, I know John Wexler's done several articles for some of my discoveries. So,
Ken wrote the one about the 1944.
Yep. Oh yeah, I think that is to me, besides the 66 with the 5 on the cheek, the 66 5 on the cheek, the 44, those in my opinion are two of the what I would call notable varieties that I found that I think are going to be very successful.
Well, I do have one from Silver Wolverine.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pull this up right here. Is Robert a Ohio State fan?
Go Ohio State. I love them.
But
Yes, I am. And I hope
Silver
they
Wolverine,
kick the shit out of Michigan every year. Sorry
I
about
thought
that.
it was called the Ohio State. Did you see where he put a Ohio State instead of the Ohio State? Just
Well,
saying.
he wanted to specify me as an individual, in my opinion. But yeah, baby, go Ohio State.
Well, we know he's a Wolverine fan.
Okay, I seen something. I'm not certain. Accented hair, Kennedy half. What about it, Seymour Rivers? I'm not certain if that was a question or if he missed something.
Oh, what are all those certificates behind you, Robert?
Oh, okay. I wish I had a camera I could tell you, but I will let you know. Let me look here real quick. That one there is detecting counterfeit and altered U.S. coins. These are all certificates that I passed to go to become a numismatist scholar. This one here is the modern minting process. And then you got introduction to numismatics, grading coins today, U.S. minting errors and varieties, grading mint state U.S. coins, and then numismatic scholar. And just to let you know, all of those I got high honors.
Very good. So Seymour wrote, accented hair, Kennedy half. I believe that was a 64. Is there a question along
That's
with
what
that?
I was wondering. If there, it was 1964 is the only year, and it's got to be on a proof Kennedy half dollar. That's the only one you'll get it on. I've got one. I can't dig it.
Now that was, I believe the story was because Jackie did not like the hair so thick, so that's
correct.
why they changed it.
Yes, they gave it to Jackie to look at, and she did not approve. She said that she did not like it. And you're right. So that is the true story.
So they changed it. So how many of those do you think that were minted before the change?
Oh, well, see, 1964, a lot of people don't know this, but in 1964, the Kennedy half is one of the few coins that through Congress authorized them. They were minting those half dollars through 64, 65, and 66. How many were they? It was the first run. I'm going to say, well, I believe there was only one die. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I have not checked into that. And the length of a die for a proof die, there's not many. Probably less. I'd say 5,000 or less, but I could be wrong. Because I don't know how many dies they had. The one thing a lot of people don't realize is like on the back of the Kennedy half, if you look, there's a few different reverse design varieties. And on the accented hair, on the accented hair, it would be one of the first ones, one of the first reverse die varieties. So, and they use that beyond the accented hair. You can see where they still have the reverse design variety number one that's on a non-accented hair. So,
oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to look at that with my scope because I do have one of the accented hair that I got from Flag City. 64 Kennedy. So I'll have to look at those.
Jeff got you one? Oh man. Now I know Jeff pretty good. Okay.
Yes. Flag City, you'll see. Yes, he goes to the auction or the coin show as well in Cincinnati. I believe he's in Ohio as well.
Yeah, he lives up by Larry Briggs up in Lima, Ohio. Well, I'm not sure. I hope you don't mind me telling on you, Jeff. I'm just saying your city. Well, he don't live there, but he lives real close to there. So yeah.
So okay, so I have one question. Should we break open the sets or leave them intact?
What year?
Well, that's right. I am very good about my years on some of the coins. For example, the no S dime. If I found one in a proof set, I would not crack that one open. But a majority, I do crack open.
Well, here's the deal, and I tell this to a lot of people, and I do want to answer Craig 1967 Shelby. I'll answer that in a second, okay? However, do you open them or don't you? Well, had nobody opened this set, they would not have noticed. Yeah, see, you can take and get a.
Oh, I got to see what this.
Just want to take and let you guys look at this. Who noticed it? Come on, people.
Okay, I got to see. Is there a no S something?
1970 no S dime right there.
No S dime. Yeah, see, I wouldn't open that one.
Well, my point is, how would you ever find it if you never opened it?
Well, I would look under my scope on certain years. I do know that I need to check before I do open.
Well, I would say it don't bother. I'll open every set. It don't matter. I open
Yay! Just the answer I was looking for. But no, there are some that I do know that you should keep intact. That you would, especially like the no S, because you wouldn't be able to tell otherwise. Because a lot of people have tried to pass off the no S, and it'd be out of a mint set.
Right. Yeah. That one there, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but most PCGS, NGC, and ANAX would know if it's coming from me. It's a proof. Well, they would know it's a proof, and that one I could get designated. I wouldn't have to send the whole set in there. However, I want to go back, if you don't mind, to Craig's 1960.
Yes, it's on the screen. Yes.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Have you ever encountered the 64 SMS prototypes that, or anyone who's had one? I know people who has had one. Personally, I've never. I don't know any of them personally. I mean, I may know them as an acquaintance from the varieties, but I believe there's only about 12 of them known to exist, and every one of them are in what we call strong hands. In other words, the people just ain't selling right now. When they do sell them, they're going to be at Heritage, Stacks Bowers, somebody like that. It's going to be an awfully, awfully big show, and it's going to go for big money.
I do believe one is in the Kennedy Museum Library in Massachusetts.
Could be. That could. I'd like to see it. I have not. I've not been there, so I believe it. And I think that would be, that's where one should be, to be honest with you. That's like that Eisenhower dollar I was telling you about. That's one that, in my opinion, one of the examples should be at the Nixon Library, wherever the heck that is.
I believe that's in California. Yeah.
Real close to me.
So you need to go see it.
Well, yeah, go look and see if they got one.
And take a picture for us.
I'm not going to donate mine.
We might have to do a little field trip.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Video out there, Nick. We got to talk about that.
And I'm sure they have a lot of in the Smithsonian as well. I'd like to go see what they have for coins there. I know they have
Smithsonian. I've been there and seen some of those things.
Not that impressive.
Well, yes and no. Okay. One, if they knew how to take and conserve them, or how to just store them, I've seen more coins destroyed at mints, or not at mints, but at museums than any.
I could see that. I bet if we went and saw some of your coins, we'd be very impressed.
Well, now I might be able to. I've got. Well, like I say, that 1/4 I was showing you, that's one of the ones that a lot of people don't realize. I found a bunch of the 67 double die quarters, but that's the first and only one I've ever found that did not have the machine doubling on it. So,
wow.
I do have some. By the way, Seymour Rivers asked if you could show the accented hair sometime, Nick.
Sure.
Yeah, we definitely need to do that.
Yeah, that's a really nice one.
Yep.
And I think
gold.
I think that's one. If I had mine available, I'd show it to you, but I just don't. I've got so many varieties, guys. If you want to buy a variety, come to my channel on Coin Up. I'll be more than
Yeah.
happy to sell you one. And we sell them. I try to be reasonable. But here again, now, Nick, you said a little bit ago, you went through thousands of coins and you never found any other than the claw. And I think every other one of those damn things are a variety.
There's a lot of them.
Yes. But a lot of times, a lot of people don't realize. I mean, I do have varieties, but I've been doing it for so long. And I mean, I have looked through so many coins that I've got a bunch of them. And we sell a bunch of the extras. So there you go.
Yes, and I have a double die Walking Liberty too that I could show you that I know it's a true double die because I purchased it from your auction. So
Is that the double die reverse? Or,
yes, I
okay,
think I don't know. I'd have to look. I have everything written down, but I should have brought it with me, but I didn't. So that's another coin I'll show as well when I show that Kennedy.
Yeah, and yeah, Flag City Jeff, he said it right. The key on the 1964 accented hair is the eye.
Mm-hmm.
They polished off the lower left serif was polished off almost all the way. In fact, you know, give me a second. I might be able to get mine real quick for you and show it to you. Oh, let's see here.
Now I want to go through this book that I have on my desk right here. The Strike It Rich with Pocket Change. This will appear in this book as well.
Oh yeah, Strike It Rich. They've got a lot. You know, see, that's.
I'm sure you are in this book.
I don't know if I don't think I've got anything in Ken Potter stuff.
Oh really? Well, I'll just have to.
I don't know. I really don't. I'm not seeing the book.
I'll just have to. He just put out another one. It's a new edition, but I'm in his Facebook group, so I'm just gonna have to mention that you should be in this book.
Well, let's take a look at that. Okay, let me get a close up on that one. Oops, there we go.
Now, I think they should have gave that a cameo, but I can show it to you if you'd like under the scope.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
let's take a look.
1 second here. Let me get it changed over. Okay. Oops. Let's see here. We got to get to the eagle. There we go. And now a lot of this, guys, is not going to be like you've seen on so many of the others, real strong doubling. But let's see here. Where does it show up the best? I'm trying to find what shows up the best. See, now I can see the doubling on the branch and the feet right there. I can see the doubling on it. And also, remember I said about the notches, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you
look
on,
but I can see it.
Yeah, it's more minor, but it's over here on these feathers. You can see the bottoms are notched.
Yep. Lower
Okay,
left.
let's see if we got any. Well, see here now you can see notching on E pluribus. You just don't see if you see the notching there. This is one that I should have never showed it. This just don't show up that well on the.
Oh, but I can see. I just saw it on the T.
Oh yeah,
in the corner.
Oh well, the H there you've probably seen it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Let me go up here. I don't know if it shows up here or not. It's not too good on United. There's the R. You can see it on that R right there.
Yep.
The I right beside it. See the notching at the bottom?
Yes, yeah, I do.
See now, here again, this don't show up. A lot of these guys, you know, we get our scopes and stuff. This is why, Nick, I don't use a scope when I'm searching my varieties.
Oh, is that right? So what do you
never do. Never.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go back and we will. Okay. When I am looking for varieties, guys, right here. That's
oh, yeah.
The loop.
I mean, you can see I've worn that thing off.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I take one of those. I take one of those with me in my pocketbook everywhere I go.
That's all I ever use.
In case
I've got one. I keep one with me. There's one in my van that I keep there. To where if I forget one at home, and I'm in the van, all I gotta do is reach down. All my vehicles have one.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got. That's what I use. So
mine is a keychain.
So I got a quick question for us here. So
okay.
I'm coming from more of a macroeconomic standpoint. A lot of my background is in money in general and banking.
I
And
know a little bit.
and I'm newer to the to the varieties.
Okay.
So what would you recommend if I wanted to start to collect them and to find them? Where's a good starting point? You mentioned going to a show and picking up a few so that I could start to study them under my scope and under my loop. What else would you recommend?
CoinOps auction.
CoinOps auction. Yes, that's another good one.
I would take, and what I would recommend if I was doing this, let's say because I wanted to invest in my future,
Okay.
I would take and look for the varieties, 2 different places. Primarily the red book, if it's in the red book,
Okay.
the variety, like a double die in there, that's going to be a good investment in my opinion. The other thing would be the cherry picker's guide. Like I said, I don't look for anything other than what's in the cherry picker's guide. That's it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I find the other ones and I sell them, but I'm primarily looking for cherry pickers varieties.
I love it.
I think that is your smartest. Now, I would say, you give me a second here, Nick. I'm going to find that stupid accident hair.
I knew that's what you're looking for.
Well, that's what my love of coins came from, the Kennedys, because the Tooth Fairy used to put the Kennedys under my pillow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that, got me excited about coins.
I had the same thing as a kid, actually, Nick. And then I don't know where they went, though. That's the
I
problem.
don't either. Probably to the penny candy to the
My
store
parents.
down the road.
Yeah.
I spent it penny candy. Who knows what it would have had back, if I was able to look today. But nevertheless, I like Kennedys. Not as much as I like Walking Liberties.
Okay, there's my accented here, but I had another one. Let me see here. See, now here's the 1960 small over large, and I've got a 1970 small over large.
There you go.
Here we go.
Well, large over small. I'm sorry. But yeah, here's your 60. That's got the RPM 100. This is just a double die obverse, a very strong double die obverse. Now, I'm not showing these. I know. I apologize, guys. But we have the accented hair here. I have to put this under my scope, Nick, so bear with me a second.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Yeah, because this in here is also a double die obverse, and that's what makes this one a lot more valuable. Let's see if we can get it to show up now. Let's get that out of here. We don't need that no more. Okay. Now, first off, let's go to, because I know, there you go, Flag City Jeff.
There, yep, the eye.
Yep, oops. Right there. And you can actually look at the notching there, Nick. See the top?
I can see it right on top. Yes, I do. Yep.
There you go. Now, let's see if we can find some more here. The B, see the notching on top of the B?
I wish somebody would have taught me that trick a long time ago. That would have.
Oh, yeah. That'll help you.
That helps a lot.
Got notching
See it on the E.
Uh-huh. There's your R. Don't see it so much on the T. But see, that's also another thing that teaches you. Look, the whole coin. You can't just go to one spot.
Right, right.
Don't show too much on In God We Trust. That's not your pickup. Your pickup is actually, on this one here, it's up here on the notching on your E and the R.
That's real strong right there.
Yeah. But now I will show you. Go ahead and let's get off of that. And we will just go to this right here. And it's the double die offers number 15, DMR number 20. DMR is die marriage reverse. Okay.
Die marriage reverse. I've never heard of that one.
Well, that's what Karnica does. They make some simple shit real difficult.
I was just gonna say marriage. Die marriage.
Yep. Well, that's basically what it is. They're and why I have no idea. They're trying to marry I mean, I can see it in the old stuff that was the old type. Like if you get well, let's see here. Here would be a good one. You want to do these here? Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Start marrying those together, which they have books on that. But to do it on but still, this is the accent hair. Can you see the hair on that?
I can see, yes.
I can, but I wish that.
Oh, right there.
Let
Can
me
see it right
see. I
above.
know. Yeah, let me hold on a second, guys. We're gonna try something here. Let's see if I can do it.
Oh, you can see I can see it right there with that. That's a great view.
Yeah. Yeah, right here you can see it. I mean, what we're looking at is right there. It
Above
makes
the
a
ear.
W. This one here, my camera sort of kind of shows a little bit of but there, I mean, that shows it really good, I think.
Yeah, it does. Yep, I see
And
it.
then, yeah, that's your accented hair. I don't know where they get the DMR20, but I know it is the double dollar verse number 15, but there's actually a FS. I think it's a FS10. I think
Now,
it's
this is something that people can still find today, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yes, and this is going to be in a mint proof set.
That'll be, yes, in a proof set. Exactly. That's a proof set there. Now, if you don't mind, here's another thing. A lot of people, they don't know this. I remember Mike Ellis, I think, was the editor of the Cherry Pickers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And him or Ken Potter and says, "Oh, here you go, 1963 mint set. Don't look for the quarter because they've been looked at so many times that they're all gone by now. I bet you I found 30 of them or better. I found so many 19. Let me see. I can throw that under the scope and show you how nice. It's a nice double die, and we're talking the coin that just the double die itself is probably worth close to $100.
Oh my gosh! After this live stream, I'm going to check all my 63 quarters.
63 Philadelphia.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my goodness, that's very.
It's a nice.
I see it in the R, the T.
That's a really nice double.
That's a really nice.
Oh, don't look for them. Like, yeah, I looked through every one of them. Like I said, I bet you I can take him probably. Let's see, there's one right there, and
that's a really nice one.
Yeah, I got more of them around here. I mean, that's just one of them. And here again, don't listen to what even me. Don't listen to me. I mean, just look, have a good time. That's what it is. Have fun.
Yes, my local coin store owner, before he sold, he was like 89 years old. And he was showing me stuff that he found in the back of the store that he forgot was even back there.
That's awesome.
Right.
So
here's something. I have no idea about this, Nick. Now, you know what? Here's some of your chat people. This one says, I've never seen an SMS set like this.
Oh, I've never seen anything like that.
Here, it says here that 65 US mint set containing coins from the Philadelphia Mint. That's not true. If this is from the Philadelphia Mint, get your chat up. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I think they were all done in San Francisco. I thought they were all done. Jeff, do you know? I think they were all made in San Francisco.
But were they made in packaging like that?
No, this is the first time
I've never seen packaging like that.
I have not either. Not for, I mean, this here is a 65. They're usually just strictly in an envelope.
Right.
I found this. I have no idea. I don't have another 65 here to show you, or I would. Yeah, I don't have another. Usually they're just in an envelope like this right here.
Right. That's what I've seen them. And I always thought it was, well, now I'm going to have to go look through my books because that's.
I keep forgetting to take this. I want to take this down. One of my mentors, Brad Karloff. Well, I mean, usually they're just in this envelope, but there's just no little packaging like this right here.
I've never seen the blue around it.
Right.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
And then it says it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. It's like, now wait a minute here. I thought they were all done in San Francisco.
You may have discovered something else.
Well, I don't know. This is not a one-off. Somebody else has done this. I'm just thinking. I mean, I'll tell you what. If this is a Philadelphia, this is going to be similar to what that one young man was talking about, the 64 special mint sets.
Yeah.
let's see here. Let's see. I have the 1883 King Kaluka diamond quarter from my grandmother. Are there a lot of people looking for those coins, or are they seen as regular as 90% silver coins? Okay, they're not seen as regular. They're not as common as your regular 90%. No, that is Hawaiian coins. Okay, they come from Hawaii.
Oh,
yeah, somewhere I've got the quarter somewhere, but there's a whole set of them. I do run across them from time to time. However, I mean, they go for good money. So, first off, if it came from grandma, I'd have a damn hard time getting rid of them.
I know the sentimental value alone.
To me, man, it better be an extremely, extremely valuable coin before I'm going to get rid of that. Let's see, Robert, I've seen that packaging, but the one I saw from the hotel guys had a receipt from the Franklin Mint in 1975. Well, okay, they may have bought them from the Franklin. I wonder if Franklin Mint took and did that then. That's interesting. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Yeah, I know Jeff pretty good. So
yes, he's
I'm
very smart as well.
Let's see here. And one. Let's see here. Why is the Australian 1780 large silver coin so cheap? I don't know. Seymour Rivers, you got to take and talk to my foreign department. That's my wife. She's in the other room.
I like that. Oh,
hey, schedule an appointment with that one. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you what. Now she's been doing it for 6 or 7 years, Nick, and I'll tell you right now.
She's smart.
That's why she
comes. Department's right.
Okay, for whoever just asked that, my wife said most likely it's from a restrike. They restruck a lot of them coins.
Yeah.
That's why they're so cheap.
What's that alert?
So there you go. Yeah.
I'm looking for the $50 and the $1 coin.
Well, good luck finding the $1 one. I'm looking for the $50 and the $1. I don't think I had a half. I've seen mainly the quarters and dimes. Yeah, that'll be a tougher. I don't think I've seen the dollar ones. And if I did, maybe I did see one of them, but it was so damn expensive. It's like, yeah, ain't for my customers. So.
Hey, Nick, are we going to do one more giveaway?
Sure. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I know we've kept Robert. I hope you come back with us.
This would be great. It's
we have so much more to learn from you.
Oh, guys, I'd be happy to. You know what? If nobody's noticed, I love coins so much. I mean, I love the hobby, and I do want to promote it. I haven't, the time that we spent so far, I just happened to look up there and see it and spend an hour and a half. It don't seem like it to me.
It's gone by so fast for me. I mean, I even learned a new trick tonight. So that's very helpful for when I'm looking at coins.
And if you learned something, I'll tell you right now.
I hope I know people the chat had to as well.
All right, I'm going to do the next one here for us. You guys keep going.
Did you want to put some up?
Let's see here. Okay. However, I think that Althea Del Cross or Coix. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your compliment. So let's see here. Any question, guys? If you got a question, feel free to ask it now. I would be happy to answer any questions. And they say that's what those certificates. They say I'm supposed to be able to answer your questions. But you notice I already had to ship one of them over to the foreign department there. So.
The foreign department. So, I love that.
Okay,
answer just like that.
Well, not only that, but I'll tell you what, she finds double dies in foreign coins that we took it, and I'll tell you what, nobody's looking for them. But she found them. They're really, really cool.
I have some foreign coins that I don't even know what they are. I've really never been as interested in foreign coins as I am US, but I am starting to take notice.
Well, yeah. What was that, honey?
The Filipino coins that I told to Jonathan Kurt, it's
Oh yeah, where is that? I'll show that.
Oh, Knox Knox has something about Philippine.
Oh, I just took and got. Oh, here's something, you guys. You need to know this. Now, this is very important too. Florida was in that red. That red. 2x box. I had it in there.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't think that's it.
I believe his wife is from the Philippines.
Yes, she is.
Okay, so we have. Do you look at the U.S. Philippines coins for varieties as well?
Oh yeah. Well, I just bought, and I wish I could find it because oh my goodness, the fans would love it. It is a. It's a what it is. It's a 1970 5 centavo that was actually struck on the United States dime planchet. A lot of people don't know that the United States minted some coins for the Philippines in 1970.
Right. I read about that because I would love to find a wrong planchet era.
Well,
so I read about some of those errors.
I got this from Jonathan Kearns. It's not in here.
No, on the give me the red box.
I don't think I put it in here.
Hey, Nick, I'm going to start the picking real quick here. While we're
yes, go ahead while we're looking. That would be great.
Okay, guys. So here's the instructions. We're looking for one pick for a number between 1 and 300. Okay, it's right here. If you go over the number, you disqualify. If you hit the number first, you win. And if we don't have an exact number, then whoever's the closest to it under. And I'll type in stop here from Nick when we get there.
We just had gotten it. I know. I'm trying to remember where.
Sorry, guys, he was losing some mine. Here, oh no, not this one.
No, that's all. Those are all the 5 ones.
Sorry, because a lot of boxes.
Yeah, we have, guys. I have so many varieties and stuff. I mean, and it's not. I'm not trying to brag because they're all for sale. It's just when I see them, I get them. And this in here, I bought from Jonathan Kearns. Starbucks Jeff, he would know who Flag City Jeff, he would know who Jonathan Kearns is. And well, I put it to you this way: that dime's probably a $200 dime, or Filipino coin is probably a $200 Filipino coin. And I can't find it.
I like the U.S. Philippine coins, but date and mint mark plus varieties.
You can show the picture on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Here.
Let's see here. Well, this is the coin. I don't know if that'll show up.
Yeah, we can see it.
But that's the one. My wife took a photograph of it to show it to me.
I think it's upside down.
Oh,
there you go. Yep.
That's supposed to be brass.
Yeah, that's supposed to just be brass, guys, and that's on a dime planchet.
On a dime planchet.
Yep. And I've got it around here somewhere. I swear I do. I just don't know where in the heck I stuck it.
So we have a question for Robert.
Okay.
What do you think of the increasing number of VAMs being found on the Morgans?
Well, it's like anything else, okay? Just like the 1960 Denver Lincoln Cent. There's over 300 of them known to exist. There's only a handful that are worth collecting. The same with the VAMs. I would suggest that you stick with the top 100s, hot 40s, hot 50, whatever they are, just the primary ones or the ones in the cherry pickers guide, because there is just, yes,
so many.
Right. And I again, if it's in the cherry pickers guide, top 100, hot 50 or 40, whatever that is. If it's one of those primarily the really the ones that everyone's looking for, basically, those are the ones that I will take it.
Yeah, I tried to study those, and when it was just so much that I was like, I can't even wrap my mind around this because there's so much. So I was like, heck with that.
I don't know if I have any of the stupid ones in. Where did I put them at? Oh, no, these.
All right, I'm gonna flip the number for you guys.
Okay.
188.
188.
For a women's quarter.
Oh, and yes, I got the quarters. Haha, found them.
There we go.
And these are really pretty silver quarters. That's Stacking Surfer sent to me to
Yeah,
open
you guys
to give
don't tell
away.
my wife I sent those to Nick to give away.
Those are the silver pretty ones.
My wife's like,
That's
"Where's all our silver going?"
The
I
Panama
should have-
coins will work in U.S. vending machines because I believe they were minted in the U.S. too, correct?
What's that now? I missed
The
question.
Panama coins?
Some of them were.
Some of them were.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a book in my library that shows all the coins that the United States minted for other countries.
Right.
And there are, I mean, I've got another off center, or not off center, but I mean off planted error. I just happened to take it because, as somebody stipulated, my wife is Filipino. So I tend to take, and I love collect. One, they're a beautiful series of Filipino coins. But one of the main reasons I do collect them is because she's Filipino, and I just started learning about it. I took and a lot of people don't know this, but the 1906 Filipino peso is basically like our 1804 silver dollar. It's the scarcest, most rare peso out there. And I took and I bought one years ago because I got them I got an impressive set for being only collecting them for about 5 years.
Oh,
Well, maybe 10 years now. I take that back. About 10 years now.
have you come across any varieties with a modern Morgan piece dollars yet?
You know what? I've seen people that have gotten them. I've not bought any, so I don't mess with them. I don't look. I do know there's people that have taken and found what they are construing as a van, and I think one of them has gained some footing, and it's probably going to be worth something. But I don't remember what it was or who it was, but they found a Morgan, and I think they submitted it. Well, give me some coffee, please. They submitted it to maybe Wexler. Either Wexler or Konica got it. And my understanding is it's supposed to be a pretty significant variety. So I do know of one, but that's all I know of. And that's only because of what's going through the system, you know?
And then, Robert, I got another question for you that came up multiple times. Is you seem to have the best microscope we've seen so far. YouTube Gold. Can you share with us the secret?
1 second. And I took, and you know what? Because I've had that question answered or asked so many times, just bear with me a second here. Where did I put it? I've got the page on it. Yeah. Where'd it go?
Stuff over there.
Yeah.
You better
I need to empty it. I need to see what it is, guys. I was working on the cherry pickers guide. And as I'm working on it, I need to keep, there I got it. I need to keep information. Okay. It is a Parco Scientific company.
I'm going to write this down.
They are still in business, but good luck finding it.
Okay.
Let's see here.
It's an antique now too. We're gonna have to pay like $1,000 for it.
No, they've moved on and they got better ones now. This here, I can tell you, it's a DN S5, which that's the camera, and then the scope itself is a PA-1F-IFR07. I bought the thing, guys. I only paid about $300 for it when I bought it. So there.
That's great because a lot of the inexpensive ones you can buy off of like Amazon don't really. They're fixed lenses. They'll just they'll just kind of go into focus, but you can't really get different levels.
Yeah, here I'll show you. right here's the scope, okay? And I can take this right here little button is, well, here, let's see. Well, you won't be able to show, well, just here, I can put it down here. Now, if you would, Nick, maybe just put it on me for a second.
Sure.
Okay, it's hard. Well, see, I'm trying to see. Well, there's so much here. Turn that light off so you can see a little better. The coin here, okay, I put it up here. I can take in this little button here will focus on the general, but then I can take in if I want to raise it or lower it here. I can show you more of the coin or less of the coin. And for me to show you that, I'd have to convert it over, then you wouldn't be able to see it. But you can look through this here if you'd like. This is the camera up here. And then, like I say, this here is how much of the coin you want to see. And then this here will focus it in. If I go up higher, I can refocus it. That's why you're able to see me focus it so quick, is because right here's my focus and this is my up and down. So that's basically the way it works. It's real easy to work.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. So there you go. That's the best I can give you. Now, like I say, finding it, because I've had so many people ask me on my channel. It's like, oh my goodness, I have a hard time finding it. I bought this one in 2019 in June. And it's, like I say, $300.
To me, that's not too long ago.
Yeah, and $300, I'm sorry, but that, to me, that's like, okay, I have no problem with that. The one thing I want, guys, and I cannot find it, because as I showed you on here, some of the doubling don't show that well. Well, they've got these here scopes that's got these little pointers. They're very small, I want to say fiber optic light that you can use, and you can move them around, point them in any direction. When you're looking at a variety, you're not looking at the double, you're looking at shadows. You want to find the shadows when you're taking photographs. That's why this is so hard, because I just got a ring, take the and show it to you. And I showed you, some of these are hard to see. Well, if I had one that has the fiber optics where I can move it and show you the shadows, I promise. I'm going to get one. Once I find it, somebody said that they knew and they're going to let me know. Once I get that, I'll show you guys the difference, because I'll tell you what, I learned a long time ago, even when I was using a 35 millimeter camera with black and white. Now, I did that. I bought the black and white. Don't get me wrong. That wasn't the only thing that existed. I ain't that old. That was the best to take photographs with, and they show up so much better. But all we were doing was taking photographs of the shadows. That's it.
Okay.
John Wexler, we was talking about him.
Yes.
His nickname back in the day was Jaws, because he could take and get a variety, and he would get some of the best pictures, and that's why they called him Jaws, because he got so many. I mean, just some of the most beautiful. I mean, look at the ones he's done of mine. The 5 on the cheek, the 44 you was talking about.
Yeah.
He got some of the most.
And he has some of those photographs on his website as well.
All of my discoveries through John, he has photographs of them on his website.
Yes.
So, and like I said, I know for a fact I've got a PCGS box that's filled with varieties that I've discovered. And I mean, so I just know there's about 20 of them. I'll be honest, guys, I don't take it anymore. I don't submit discoveries unless they're extremely, extremely nice. I tell people, here, I got right now, right here. Guarantee I can put this on the scope. It's a 1942D RPM unlisted. Let me see if I can get it under the scope and see if we can't look at it under my scope. And guys, look for it, because I'm telling you right now,
I want to see.
Yeah, it has not been in any book that I've seen. Let's see here. Turn the light on now. Let's see here. There's that. Right there. Notice notching right there.
I see it.
I mean, granted, it's not. I want to get a little closer if I can for you. Right there's your. I guarantee that's an RPM. Find it in a book. And if somebody can find it, let me know. Because I looked at Konica, I looked at Wexler, I cannot find it. So here you go. Somebody buys this thing from me, and guess what? You can just be the one, because you can send it in. I cannot send it in for you. You send it into Wexler, and guess what?
But that would kind of be cheating, people. You would have to give Robert some credit.
Yeah, try and give me the credit and see what happens. They will take. Listen. I'm just telling you. I know for a fact. I tried to submit something for my wife, and he said, "Nope, you're the one sending it." And this is with Wexler. He's a friend of mine. My wife found it. I promise you. No, you're the one sending it in. You get the discovery.
Oh, I see. Well, that's kind of, I would say slash.
Looks like I want.
So yeah, that's what I said. You buy that from me and you submit it.
Now, Robert, do you have a photograph of all the discoveries that you have in a book yourself?
No.
No. Oh.
The only thing I have as far as discoveries is just like this one right here. I just got the coin.
Yep.
I mean, I've got them, and I never thought about doing that, Nick. I probably could. But like I say, right now, I sort of just the truth is, guys, I've had so much fun with this hobby, and like the 5 on the cheek and the 44 that made it to the cherry. I've done well above what I could ever have dreamt of. I want someone else to have the fun now. I really do. I want someone else to enjoy it. I mean,
now, the 5 on the cheek is one of the ones that I was looking for during that year's time.
It's only the only way you're gonna find it.
But I found, I think if you look at like the top 5 to find, that's in one of them.
That's the only way you're gonna find it is in one of these.
Now,
notice the color of this. There's 2 different colors for the special mint set.
Right.
Pay attention to that. Let me see. Do I have another one here?
And I have.
Oh, you're a sweetheart, honey. I appreciate it.
Broken.
My wife knows what I'm going for. Here's like right here. Here's another one that I haven't. It's in here, but that's the 5 on the cheek. I guarantee it. This has got a 5 on the cheek. I've got a few of them, guys.
Wow.
So Nick, we're going to have to do some hunting on a future live stream. We're going to need to go pick up a couple of these.
Yeah, I'm very determined.
To do a hunting instead of a coin roll hunting. I think we do a mint set hunting.
Yeah, I'm very determined.
Now look, remember I told you this is the one you want to look for, okay?
Right.
Okay.
They come in this box too. Notice the difference in color, guys.
Yep.
Deeper periwinkle.
Into that because this one I've never found one in this color one, but I have this one. There you go. See, Robert, it took about 5 years to get the 5 on the cheek to the top of the food chain? No, Flag City Jeff, probably more like 15 years.
Really? Because that is one of the ones I found when I was looking through. You should look for this error. So, was that 5 on the cheek? So I did look diligently for that.
Well, now the 5 on the cheek is hard to see. I've got some. I wish I could show them on my scope, but I just can't. They're weaker versions. I think that ran a full number, a full run. If it did, guys, we're probably talking there could be upwards. Now remember, special mint set back in the 60s.
Right.
Hey, this would be a great question to ask your panel. How many was an average die run? How many coins were minted for the dime back in 1966? What's the average run for that die? I'm guessing, because it was a special mint set, I'm going to guess 1,000 to maybe 3,000, but I wouldn't think much more than that because they were all special mint sets.
They were special mint sets.
They only let them go so long. So yeah, I have a feeling somebody out there is looking to see if they can find it, because there is those numbers. They'll give you the average die run. But I think we may have had a full die run, so that'll tell you roughly how many there is. Unless something happened to that die, because here's another thing. Most of them have machine doubling on the reverse.
Well, Robert, I think this is awesome. I mean, Ellie pointed out that I'm like glued to the screen, and I am.
I know. I just want to listen.
I think it's awesome. So one thing I just wanted to throw out to everybody, we're going to be changing our Thursday show to Saturday night. Same time, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. And anyway, Robert, I've been soaking this up. For me, I used to collect coins when I was a kid. I had a lot of them. I don't know what happened to them. My mom got rid of all my Star Wars toys too. Those all disappeared. So I'm kind of bummed
Never
about
seen
that
Star
stuff,
Wars,
but-
FYI.
And Nick doesn't have a clue what we're talking about. She's like, light swords.
Be careful. I might get your ass back into collecting coins. I enjoy the hobby that much.
You're pulling me right into this. So I think some of the things that would be fun for us to do on some future. First off, I'd love to have you back again. And what I'd love to do is I want to work with Nick to pick up a handful of sets. One, we probably have people in the community that haven't looked through some of their sets. Two, I would love to pick up a few and have Nick find some too, so we can do a little bit of hunting and
I can find some sets.
confirm some of our finds, see if we're starting to pick it up.
Well, listen, I'd be happy to help you guys anywhere I know how or anywhere I can. Nick, reach out to me. I know
I
you
absolutely
got an
will.
email. Let me know, and I'll get you and Zach. I'll get you guys both a book. I already know that we're getting G-Dub will get his, but just give me that. We'll take care of that. As far as being back, yeah, guys, I'm. You guys may think I love talking about this so much, but I'm very humbled by. Like I said, Nick, I swear to God, I never knew that if you was to look me up, you'd find any articles. I had no idea. I really didn't.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
I'm very humbled by it, guys. I really am. I'm just having fun, and I don't. I've had a lot of people that I'm certain, Nick. You guys have too, where they see you out in the public, like, oh, you're on. Guys, I'm just like you. I just have fun. That's all. So if you ever see me, don't ever be afraid to come up and say hi. I'd be, I really have a good time. So, but yeah, I'd be happy to come back. Just take and let me know, Nick.
Yes, and I very much appreciate you. Thank you. I know this was we were kind of wondering about the dates, and I'm so glad it worked out. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I had a good time.
I very much enjoyed having you.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, guys, this is the first podcast I've ever done. I've really enjoyed it. God, it's already 2 hours, and it seems like it's 5 minutes for me.
I probably could go 2 more.
We totally could. We could keep going all night.
Yeah, I could do it, guys. That's how much I enjoy it. But let's give your crowd a little bit of something to think about. Think of some questions out there.
Absolutely.
Nick, you guys on this podcast figure out questions that you want answered for the next time. I don't know everything. I've been doing it for almost 50 years now. Craig, I hope you do check out my channel.
I do hope you check them out.
Yeah, guys, we do a lot of videos for educational. And then every Monday and Friday, every Monday and Friday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have an auction. We sell. And guys, I sell pretty much anything. I tell people if you got a want list, let me know. But if you come over there, we're pretty reasonable, I think.
I think you're very reasonable. Yes, and I'm cheap. So he's very reasonable. Yeah.
I enjoy, and like I say, even if you just come there and ask a question, hey, Robert, you think of a question that you forgot to ask tonight.
And it's a great chat. The people are very helpful in the chat as well. And you answer all the questions. So it's an auction, but you're going to learn a lot as well.
Yeah, because in fact, there's times I will stop the auction and say, okay, it's education time.
Yeah, or he'll just stop and say, you know what? I think this would be graded at, and it's going to be graded at what he just said.
Well, now, let's be fair. I have missed them sometimes. Out of the last 3 years,
sometimes.
I think out of the last 3 years now, I've taken and graded literally thousands of coins, my verbal grade. But out of the last 3 years, I think I'll put it to you this way. There's been 2 coins I would not let the people take and buy because I missed something. And it's like, no, I'm not going to sell it to you. I'll buy it back. Here's your money. Don't worry. And I ate the cost of slamming it because I missed something.
Right. But that's not very often.
No, like I said, out of several thousand coins in 3
Right.
years, I've only done it twice that I can think
Yes.
of.
Yes.
So,
and you guarantee all your coins too. You have a 15-day return policy if the person's not satisfied with their coins as well. So you stand by what you sell, and I respect that.
And as I said, my varieties, if I tell you it's a variety, even if you do not see it on through my scope, I guarantee my varieties 125%. As I said, if it's not the variety I said that's in this book, I'll buy it back and I'll give you 125%. That's how confident I am. And but yeah, I mean, it's the main thing I want to stress here is on our site when we're live, just like right here tonight. I had a great time, guys. I really did. I enjoyed myself immensely. And I mean, I'll be happy to come back. You guys just let me know. Hey, I need a fill. Let me know when you need a fill. I don't give a shit. If I got the time,
we all need to fill in.
We're gonna do it.
Hey, if you
we
guys
might
need
call you a lot more.
feel free to, because I really take and I really do enjoy it. And yes, Craig, edumacation, baby. That's exactly right. That's how much, I mean, I really do enjoy it. So I really hope you guys can take and come over to Coin Up, check us out. And hey, we'll send people your way too. So we'll get you to that 1,000.
Yes, and you'll see me over there too over at
1,000.
Coin Opps as well.
I will take and I will promote, I'll push you guys a little bit more, let them know. I took and put this live stream, I put a link on it in our community. I don't know how many people seen it, but I did put it on our community. If I'd have had more time, I would have taken and I'd have done a little video and said, hey, I'm going to be here. We probably got a few more, but I've seen a lot of people in here that are from my channel. So that's good.
Yes. Well, we appreciate it. And Nick, can you put the link? Let's see. Yes, we can do that.
Maybe, I don't know if OC's got it handy. I think he put it in a few times. I don't know if you got it saved.
And also, we have all his information in the description below as well.
Plus, I saw OC Stacker got a freebie last time. He won a GAW from you the other day on the auction.
Yeah,
so
he won something, I know. And in fact, I've got to get him out because he does Venmo and some other stuff, which I got to discuss it with him. OC, I have read yours. I just have not gotten the opportunity because I'll be honest with you, OC. I think that PayPal accepts Venmo and some of that other stuff now. I don't know. Let's see here. No, Cashmere Fuzz. We're not doing no Wednesdays no more. Not during the time that I'm healing. Not yet. We will take and make notification because we used to take on Wednesdays. We used to do nothing but foreign coins for Florida. Called it Florida Fabulous Foreign Coins. But right now we are not doing it because, quite honestly, guys, it takes, with my recovery, it's going to take a little bit of time, but we will get it. So there you go. Is the Cherry Pickers book going to be a 2024 boats or should be? We are already talking. I've been in contact with Larry Briggs, which is the person who edited this volume, and Bill Thevis, which, those are the two besides myself, and there's other people besides us that are doing a lot of that work. But me and Larry actually got the next edition done and ready. Somebody at Whitman decided to split the books up. So all we got to do is what we call fine tune, which fine tune could be several hundred photographs. We got to readjust and put descriptions and yada, 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 and all that stuff. And by the way, here, let's see here. Hold on. Not that one. This one. Somebody, one of these days, is going to take and win this book. Now,
all your notes.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the book I used for the next
That's really cool.
yeah, everyone said that they wanted to buy it. They wanted to buy, and I never thought anything. Yeah, I'm not. Well, now that I'm done, I got to wait for the volume 3 to come out because there is private information here I'm not allowed to give out, but somebody's going to end up getting this, but I cannot do it until volume 3 comes out, guys.
Is that going to be a giveaway, or is that going to be an auction item?
Probably a giveaway.
Really, a giveaway?
Yeah. Oh, and trust me, I don't know if anybody knows about it, but that edition, I believe they sell for between $200 and $400.
They're very expensive. I've even seen them go
with no notes. With no notes.
No
Those
notes.
notes.
They are very expensive. Yes, and you can even get them on eBay for fairly expensive.
Yeah,
So
see, those people here are saying right now, put it on auction. There's a lot of people. I would almost hate to see. I would be afraid to put it on auction.
They would go. I bet it would go for a lot of money.
Let me throw one other idea out there. Would be a charity auction.
Well, that's a good idea too, because I'll tell you what, I do from time to time. I do charity auctions. We actually took, and I do want to mention this. I'm very proud of this. There was a typhoon, a bad typhoon that hit the Philippines, and we was able to raise enough money to where we took and we actually fed several compounds in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we're talking, we got them food. We also got personal items for them, toothbrush, shampoo, feminine, you name it. We got it. There's a lot of videos on it. But I was so proud our community came together.
Our
And
community
$5,000 here is like 250,000 pesos over there.
Wow.
So we was able to take and feed a lot. I was very proud of our community. Now, me and my wife, we put a lot in there because we took, her being a Filipino, we wanted this also. But it was awesome. So, yes, that's a great idea. I like the charity part. We might just do that. Have to find a good charity, though. If I don't approve the charity, guys, nope, ain't going to happen.
Anyway, I'd love to talk to you and Nick about that, like an idea for a charity auction. And see what we can do to figure out something there. I'd love to get more involved in those. I haven't put one on. I know we've been working with Can and helping him with a few, the Wounded Warrior and Toys for Tots. But anyway, I think that could be a good addition to putting something together. We just, like your point, we got to find a good charity that works for you.
Well, right. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like the bigger ones to where the CEO or whatever the hell they call it is getting $5 million for it's like, no, I ain't doing that.
Absolutely. And I have a few of those in my head when you said that I won't donate to for that reason.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I said I have to approve of it because I want to know. And don't be wrong, it's not that I'm anything special. It's just I want to know that whenever I do this, it's going to go. I mean, we just took it this past year. My daughter, I had lost a daughter, but we had taken and we was going to do a giveaway for homeless. We ended up with me, my sister, my wife, and a few other people. Well, the community, we gathered over 100 bags of doing similar to what we did in the Philippines, personal items, coat, jacket, gloves, hats, you name it for the community. And we ended up giving away, I think it was 100 bags to homeless people. So I just want to make certain it's getting to the right people.
And I agree with you. I want all the money to go to the people that we expect it to go to.
Right.
Right.
So, get with me on that. Again, Nick's got my information.
Yes.
Feel free. If I don't respond, make certain you let Nick know. But I've been checking it here lately. I've been checking my spam because I don't know why the hell I'm getting a lot of spam. In fact, I may be changing over my email and going to Gmail because I'm getting too much is going to spam.
Oh, yes.
So I do have a few Gmail.
I have to say the chat is telling that I need to donate my hair to charity, but I have to say I have donated my hair to charity for the Locks of Love. So I do that every few years or so. So if Robert wants to do a charity, and I will cut my hair.
Well, we're going to take
we'll continue to talk about it, but that's one thing I will donate is my hair to a Lots of love.
Well, here's a name that someone came up for the charity auction. I think that's awesome.
Oh, that's cute. But yes, of course, it would be Robert's book. So we'll let him take the wheel on that. But I would donate my hair.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Let's talk about it, okay? I mean, we ain't no hurry here.
No.
Like I said, I've got to wait for the third volume 3 to get out because I cannot take him because of the proprietary.
I think they just want me to cut my hair.
Well, there you go. Hey, the longer you wait for your hair to get cut, the longer it'll be, and
and the longer it will grow. So there, right?
So just make certain you take and comb it every day 100 times. Don't forget to get, what is it, half an inch cut off so that it grows longer.
That's right. Whoops. I meant to put a message from.
Whoa.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I already made my hair fuzzy. It went to the garbage.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay, kids. I'm going to get off of here.
Well, thank you again so much.
It has been my pleasure. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to all the wonderful people out there who participated. Yeah. I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. And
we did.
Hey, maybe they'll invite me back and, just keep telling Nick, hey, invite Robert back.
Well, so you're going to come back, I hope.
I'd be happy to. Like I say, I would be happy to. So you guys take care.
Thank you.
Yep. Love a hobby, and I had a good time. So you guys have a good evening.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. How awesome was that?
That was killer. So
that was really fun.
I mean, I was glued to the screen the whole time. I think people were watching our reactions and we're probably not even aware what we were doing, but just the information
I think the chat enjoyed it as well.
Oh, the chat I think loved it too. I mean, we had pretty close to 60 people in here most of the night, and
wow.
I think we had a good mix of people in here that have been on the channel and haven't been on before. Anyway, I thought it was great. So, like I mentioned, the next one's not going to be Thursday. We're going to move to Saturday. We're having too many other conflicts with other channels, so we're going to move it to Saturday for you guys. That I don't think you should go for that option. It's one thing to cut your hair. It's another thing for OC Stacker to cut your hair. I don't know.
I would just put it in the ponytail like they did with Locks for Love, and then they just cut it below. So sadly, we're not sure yet.
No one asked me to grow my hair out and cut it. I don't know. I had a mullet at one time. It's been a while.
We're not really sure yet about a time, just yet.
Yeah, I guess we're still figuring out the time still. But we'll get something out. We'll probably know what, Nick, by Friday morning.
Yeah, we could talk about it.
Okay.
We just, December might be a little bit. We're gonna have tricky.
Or if you want, Nick, we can wait and not move it to Saturday yet. We can keep it on Thursdays if you want. I just know we're running up against Yankees channel going longer, so.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be best on Saturdays, but we'll just have to play it by ear right now.
That sounds good. Okay, so guys, stay tuned. We'll figure out the time on the next one, and we'll definitely put something on Instagram, and then we'll have our notes go out to the members, the channel subscribers, all that stuff. We
probably should start Saturday so OC and I can watch the game together.
Well, we may just have to throw a game up every once in a while.
Well, Georgia and Alabama are playing. They're playing this Saturday. Let's put money on it.
Uh-oh. Here it comes. She's getting serious now. What does OC say about that?
I would show up. If you voted me president, I would show up as long as there's a parade and I could ride in the convertible. I'm just teasing.
That's funny. Oh, now they want you to put the flip coin on it. That's what they want you to bet. You guys are asking.
No. I just can't do it.
Well, I don't know where OC went. I think he's hiding now. He doesn't think he's going to win.
Yeah, so there you go. Because look at this comment. He He won't bet. I'm like, let's go. Oh no. I read that wrong. No way. No.
No.
I'm rubbing off.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you are, Sean. Sean's our local neighborhood bookie.
I know. I need to place a call into my bookie and see what the odds.
That's hilarious.
Sergeant T. Oh, let's
Amy,
thank
thank you for
him.
coming.
Yes, because I opened this last stream and this was donated by Sergeant T.
There you
And this
go.
will be going out
Thank you,
tomorrow
Sergeant T.
to the lucky winner. So thank you, Sergeant T. I appreciate it. And I opened it with no problem. Just
Yeah, she cracked that
it
thing
was
fast.
really easy. I broke all of them fast.
And then for anybody that has coins that they purchased on Black Friday on our channel, those should be shipping out tomorrow as well.
Yes, mine are all going out tomorrow. Go Navy. Go
So-
Army. Beat Navy.
Nick, there's a message OC had me send you. It's on Instagram for you.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna say anything until after we ended, but he threw it in the chat. So just so you know, there's probably a message you might want to open but not look at. So,
Here we go. So what is it? T minus how many days until Saturday? We've got can't wait. So last football season, when we would do a Saturday night live show on my channel, I would have the TV set up right behind where I'm streaming right now to watch the football games. So Saturday nights, as long as football season's going on, I will always have the TV behind me.
here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, not behind me. I'm sorry, but in front of where my streaming monitor,
There you go.
so I could tell you the score. of the
OC
game.
Stacker, there's a reason you're not allowed to send pics into the chat. It would get abused, not necessarily by you, but the people that just jump into these chats real quickly. It would not be a good thing.
Well, I don't know. I might have to ban him a time or two. I can just imagine what he would send in.
You might get
Oh,
banned
and
from the channel.
nothing vulgar, but meaning about the Bama roll. So I sort of showed my husband that clip of me saying what OC had me say, and he thought it was hilarious. And he's like, "I'm just glad you didn't do it willingly." Like you did put too much enthusiasm into the, but he thought it was pretty funny. But what he thought was even funnier was when I went, "Go Bulldogs," like, a few seconds later.
Yeah. OC, I know you would keep it clean. It's the other people that come in that I'd be worried about.
I'm sure you keep it clean, but just because it's clean doesn't mean I'm going to like it.
Yeah, that's true. We'd be getting all these memes. We'd be so distracted on everything.
So I don't even know where Alabama is, or Auburn. Is it Auburn? No, just kidding.
Oh, God.
I mean, they do have 2 football teams, whereas Georgia only has 1 because we only need 1.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna have to. You guys are gonna have the rivalry here. So I don't know. Maybe we will have to do something.
Nick, if you want proof sets, check your local estate auctions for some. Flag City, I'm going to need to get with you because I cannot find those estate sales that you have let me know about. So, I need your email information because Flag City, you can get me some of those mint sets as well. I'm sure I could buy them from you as well. Okay, boats. The only thing I should see coming off your chat line is Go Bears or UMO. There's no reason why I should see that in your chat line.
Oh man.
Oh, invisible. Why is everybody going and wanting to say all kinds of things about,
It might be time to end the chat, I think.
they're just trying to get me to give away my flip coin.
They are. So we're just going to have to figure out how to counterfeit that flip coin.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We wouldn't do that.
Sergeant T, if I didn't like you so much, it'd be okay. I'll take some of those 49ers. I like Sergeant T.
That's hilarious too.
Yes, boats. I would absolutely be interested. I should, if you, I think my email address is in the description below. I'm not sure because Stacking Surfer is the genius behind the madness. So
I mean, your email may not be in there. I forget. I'll have to look. If not, we need to get it into there next. So.
oh no, I'm sure my husband would not give you permission to do that. Because I was okay. I know this is going to be on the YouTube land forever and ever more, but I say it was in my husband and I's prenup because we don't really have a prenup, but so we chose sports teams instead. So I got all the professional sports teams and he got college football. So we had to take Georgia, plus I'm an alumni. So anyway, so that's how we got Georgia, but I grew up a Notre Dame fan. The luck of the Irish. So that's how we got Georgia. So, but really I was a Notre Dame fan and still kind of am.
And that's how a marriage works. You figure out how to.
Yes, always know going into a marriage, know which religion you guys are going to be, and then know your sports teams. Makes Thanksgiving go perfect.
Totally.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes, Invisible River Ranch. That's right. Woo! Nick's Coins, Rudy. That's a great movie. That's a great. So the Rudy that was the character, the actor was actually on Game Day, which is on college football, and he was doing his picks one day. So it was kind of funny because he was like, acting like he was Rudy, but really he's not. It was kind of cute.
I got to call it a night. I was up until 2 this morning working on and stuff. But I thought this was an awesome show.
Yes, I mean,
Robert was great.
Done any better? I was so pleased.
I think we'll definitely get Robert on again. If any of you guys have mint sets that you don't necessarily want, let us know. We'll be looking for some mint sets. We're going to be looking for some specific dates as well. I got some ideas that I think would be fun to do with another Robert show down the road.
Oh, I have some. Yes, I have so many. I think he was great. So
I think that'd be great.
My heater just went out too, so perfect timing.
Oh, thanks, the heater's out. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for coming out, and we will see you later this week. We'll be figuring out exactly whether it's Thursday or Saturday, and we'll get.
But we'll let you know ahead of time.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.